What's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 15 of the Fulham Career Mode. We've got 3 games today, and we start off with the FA Cup semi-final against Sunderland. The winner of this game, as you'll see in a minute, will be playing Chelsea in the FA Cup final. So this is a massive, absolutely massive game. We really need to get a win. If we get a win, Chelsea being top 4, if we get a win, we will be playing in the Europa League next year, regardless of the result final against Chelsea. But obviously, I want to try and win the final. I mean, to be able to win a trophy, it would be Fulham's first ever trophy. Uh, that would be huge. It would be absolutely huge. But straight after kickoff, here the ball drops to Kasami, and he's able to put it in the back of the net. So we're up 1-0 on Sunderland here, just 3 minutes into the game in the FA Cup semifinal, and that is huge to get a lead early on in this game. It takes a little bit of pressure off that if Sunderland score, we don't have to try and scramble and find a goal just to get back into it. We don't have to worry about if they're up 1 and they're on the attack. We don't have to worry about, oh man, if we concede here, then is it over? But here in the 9th minute, Oxlade-Chamberlain gets played through, and he's going on a run down the right wing. Larson's trying to catch him, but he's not going to be able to. He crosses it over, and what a finish! What a finish from Radiega on the header. Yeah, really was an easy finish for Radiega, but it was a good cross from Oxlade-Chamberlain. So we're up 2-0 here very early in the game, and that takes pretty much all the pressure off. I mean, Sunderland was just, I don't know, they just weren't attacking in the first half, and they just weren't being aggressive. They weren't going after it, and we took advantage of that. They were playing pretty defensive, so we just kept on attacking. Radiega with another chance there, and it's going to go out for a corner. And it's just Sunderland was not very attacking. On the corner, we're going to give it to Hughes or Briggs. Briggs. I don't know why I said Hughes, but we're going to give it to Briggs. He's going to cross it in. Milosevic tried to get the header, couldn't get his head on it. A shot from Oxlade-Chamberlain goes well over the bar. And, it's just, this game was way easier than I thought it was going to be to this point. And being up 2-0, it's a good stuff, but there's a good defensive move from Reether there. And here we're back on the offensive here in the 45th minute. Reether coming over the middle, puts it into Radiega. Radiega's going to put Wellington through, and Wellington with the easy finish. So it's 3-0 to Fulham, and at this point it's pretty much sewn up. We're going to be in the final, which is great. That's one of the goals I had early on in this season is to get to the FA Cup final and potentially win the FA Cup. So that's huge. It really is. It's huge. They haven't played the final. Fulham hasn't played a final in the FA Cup in, I can't remember. I know they've played one FA Cup final, but I think it was over 10 years ago. I'm not quite sure on that one. I'd have to check, but I think that it's been over 10 years. I'll definitely find out for the next episode, which will contain the final, how long it has been since Fulham were in the FA Cup final. But Sunderland with a corner here in the 60th minute, trying to get back into the game. But it really was a terrible corner, and it gets cleared. Now in the 75th minute, Sunderland coming again. Altidore, who came up off the bench, puts it across the face of goal, and Lee Cattermole with the goal. So good finish, a good run there from Altidore, and a good job being in the right position for Cattermole. Terrible defense. We really should have been marking Cattermole there instead of we just let him run straight through the back line, and there really was no chance there for Muslera to try and make a save. But Sunderland get the consolation goal, and here they are again here in the 90th minute with an opportunity, but Muslera punches it out. We get the ball back. We're going to go on a counterattack here, but that's the end of the game. So we're going to move on to the FA Cup final, and that is fantastic. I mean, it's just fantastic. It really is to be able to go to the final against Chelsea, and we're going to try and do well and try and get a win. We have not fared well. We have not fared well at all in this series against Chelsea. So I would really, really like to get our only win against Chelsea being in, you know, the FA Cup final. That would be huge. But the next game is against Hull, and this we did not bring our A game in this one. Hull came to play, and we didn't. As you see, ninth in the table, we're 6 ahead of 10th and uh, two behind 8th, and we could have moved up if we get a win in this game, we could move up a position and be right on the tail of a couple others. I mean, we could finish top 6 potentially. But here very early in the game, straight after kickoff, they hit the post, and that was just a preview of what the rest of the game would be. Then here's the first score of the game, and it goes to Hull. Now we beat Hull 2-0 when we played them, but Tom Huddleston there in the 20th minute gets a goal, and so they're up 1-0, and a great opportunity there that should have been taken, but it wasn't. And that was one of the best chances we had the entire game. Now here in the 36th minute, we're trying to defend. Sagbo plays through Graham. Graham goes to Huddleston. Huddleston across the face of goal to Kearney. And 2-0. I mean, we weren't going to be coming back from that in this game. We just had no attacking whereabouts in this game. And I had to include this. What was that? I don't even know what happened there, how to describe that. It's just falling all over each other, but we weren't able to get the score, and Milicevic off the corner is not able to head it in. So we end the game losing at home 2-0 to Hull City. Yeah, that's not something that we want to do on a consistent basis. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. We're going to pretty much finish 9th. That's just where we're going to finish. Now we're 3 points behind 8th, and we're still 5 points ahead of 10th. So, there's not much chance that we're going to move up or down. We're pretty much just going to finish right where we're at in 9th place. But here early in the game, Ribeiro with a great chip over the keeper. And that was a good finish. That was a really good finish after he gets played through with the over-the-top ball from Wellington or Radiega, Bent, whoever that was. Didn't even see. But he gets the ball, keeper comes out, he chips it over just barely, and it goes underneath the top bar. And, so it's 1-0. That's a great goal. Now here in the 8th minute, we have a mistake trying to play out of the back. Muslera is able to keep it out. So that was a great save from Muslera. Really good play. Now here in the 17th minute, Breckshay over to Dennis. Dennis is going to go down. And, yeah, it was a foul. I mean, it was just barely. I'm not really sure. I may have gotten the ball first there, but the ref gives him a free kick. And Arnautovic almost put it in. When I say almost, it just basically went straight to the keeper. Here off the corner, he's going to cross it in, and we're going to defend it, sort of. We weren't able to let him have an easy chance at it, but trying a long shot there with Bent that was a good effort. It was a good effort, but it just wasn't hit hard enough. It didn't go high enough, and now Breckshay, the American, puts it in the back of the net. And, I was hoping Muslera would have done a little more with that, but he didn't. And Breckshay is able to put it in. I really wish Breckshay was in real life doing a little bit better. But, what are you going to do? I don't even remember where he went on loan to whenever Stoke City put him on a loan. I don't really remember. I really wish I would have remembered that. But here in the 58th minute. We tried to clear it, but Whelan's going to get a header to go in. So 2-1 Stoke, and our form went from last episode was really good, getting 3 wins out of 4 games against some better teams too. But this game this episode has just not been very good. We did get the win against Sunderland, so that's the important one. But a loss to Hull, and now we're in danger of losing to Stoke. That's not what we want to see. Stoke had another opportunity here, but we just defended out. Muslera chasing the ball. I don't know why he was doing that, and he got really lucky that they missed, because he was just kind of sulking after the ball when he shouldn't have been. Now Carioca and Oxlade-Chamberlain here in the 86th minute playing a good 1-2. Chamberlain's going to come through. He's going to shoot. Blocked. Bent gets it, puts it in. What a nice run from Oxlade-Chamberlain after getting played through. It was a beautiful 1-2 from Chamberlain and Carioca. It basically went Chamberlain, Carioca, Chamberlain, shoot, rebound, Bent, puts it in. So that that was a great play there. But that's the end of the episode, guys. Next episode will contain the FA Cup final, the biggest game of the series thus far. So leave this video a like. Come back tomorrow for the big one, and we'll see you later.